It's your boy. It's your boy. It's your boy. We back, man. We back, man. It's your boy, man. State of the New York Knicks podcast, man. My thought about today. So I'm gonna tell y'all about today. This is what happened today, right? It's so my fault. I feel so hurt upon what happened today and what transpired today. And I want to say it's all my fault. I'm supposed to have Knicks Omni fans with me right now. And it hurts my heart to say that I made the mistake. I told them 55 Malcolm X Boulevard, right? I'm from Harlem. So I don't understand. I don't understand, the other boroughs and all that. I don't understand the other boroughs. I'm from Harlem. So I told them 55 Malcolm X Boulevard. You see, I'm in the liquor store right now. You see, right here and all of that. Shouts to Fireball. Fireball showed us love today. They gave us a goddamn bucket. I don't even know what the goddamn bucket is. I don't even know what the bucket is. Okay? And they go to 55 Malcolm X Boulevard in Brooklyn. But what I can't do is not give Knick fans a live stream that I promised. I can't do that. So that's why I'm here right now. And I'm dolly. This ain't I ain't got a group of people, no nothing. I'm dolly. And you know what I love about what I do? Because the fact that I'm dolly makes me feel, even more confident in what I do on a day-to-day basis. Eddie, shouts to Eddie. He popped up in the chat right now. Yo, Eddie, listen here, man. I put the whole live stream link in the chat. So if you want to join my conversation, you can always join. I put the link in the chat. I sent the link out to anybody who want to join. So don't sit there in the next Twitter space, which I'm about to get to. Don't sit there in the next Twitter space and say, yo, State, man, you ain't send me the link, man. You ain't send me the link. Shout out to the Lost Merchants, too. I'm going to get to that, too. The Lost Merchants and the Twitter spaces and all that. I'm going to get to that, too, man. But first things first, man, shouts to everybody, man. I haven't done one of these in a minute, man. Jay, man, what's up to you, man? What's up to my guy, Eddie? I haven't done one of these in a minute. And I just want to say I appreciate all the Knick fans who consistently support, me and other people when it comes to Twitter Spaces, right? And Twitter Spaces is something that's, very valuable to the Knicks community. Shouts to Lloyd Banks, because Lloyd Banks, he was a person, and I'm gonna make sure I bring up these numbers right here just to show y'all Knick fans. So because I don't want to be the type of person that talk and I don't give you no facts, no stats. Why is he just chirping out of his mouth and he's not giving you no numbers, no anything? He's just chirping, right? So when it comes to Knicks Twitter Spaces, and that's the first thing I will address right now, right? It's kind of tough sometimes, man. It's kind of tough sometimes. And when I say tough, I'm talking about as far as, when it comes to wins, a lot of Knick fans show up to Twitter space. A lot of Knick fans show up to Twitter spaces when it comes to wins. When it comes to losses, motherfuckers is like, man, we in there. We super in there. They show up to wins, though. But when it comes to losses, they really show up. Right? And just a prime example of like what I'm talking about when it comes to the Knicks, and just, do a lot of people love losing? That was one of the questions that came up, in the space with Billy. And shouts to Billy, like he was like, yo, the fan base, a lot of people love losing. They don't know what winning feels like. So when we have a loss, a lot more people come in the Knicks space as opposed to people coming in the Knicks space when the Knicks win. Motion. Right? Detector. Hey, shouts to my uncle. He's in front of the liquor store right now. And the Knicks are on a 9-game winning streak. And I love the 9-game winning streak. The 9-game winning streak was superb, right? The Knicks is still top 5 in a lot of offensive categories, even though a lot of their players is playing like dog shit right now. But they're still top 5 in a lot of offensive categories. And then when you look at the Twitter spaces, 1.7K tuned in. That's a win. 740 tuned in. That's another win. Remember the win against the Magic, right? And then we got the Wizards. That's another win right here. 22-10. 2K tuned in, right? We got another win, which is the 23-10. We beat the Wizards again, and it was 1.8. Shout out to my uncle who just pulled up over here. Thank you, Uncle. I appreciate you. And then look at the loss, man. When it comes to the Knicks and comes to losses, 3.3K comes in a loss during the post game of OKC versus the Knicks. Why can't we have more fans come in post games when the Knicks win? Is it because the Knicks fan base is just used to losing? I need to know. It's very egregious, and I think that I'm a part of the problem myself, because I'm a type of person that I'm very loud when the Knicks lose. I will admit that, and I'm not going to sugarcoat anything when it comes to the Knicks losing. When it comes to the Knicks losing, I hate it, and I always call out the coach. I think the coaches are abomination. But when the Knicks win, I feel like more fans should be a part of Knicks spaces after post games. That is important. I make sure I run a post game every single time the Knicks play. It don't matter what I'm doing. So if you're a Knicks fan and you see us winning, we're on a 9-game win streak, I should see 300 plus in a post game when we win. I should see 300 plus every time. But no, when we win, it's 5 people want to come up and speak. It's only about 125 people in there. And it's tough. I think everybody loves negativity. That's what it comes down to. Like, people love when me and shouts to Tony. Shouts to Tony. I can't even call him OG. I'm gonna call him but shouts to Tony. A lot of people love when me and Tony go at it. They love when me and Tony go at it. I don't know why, but they love when me and Tony go at it. But you need to love when me and Tony's agreeing. That's why when the Knicks, it's just crazy. Shout out to my uncle once again. The Knicks is just crazy when it comes to that. Right? When it comes to wanting to win, showing the fan base that, yeah, you want to win, but the fan base also reflecting what the New York Knicks is doing on the court. And it hurts me when a lot of fans come in a post game during losses, but during wins, it's a little bit of people. Do we love negativity? We love losing? Like, I don't get that. So we definitely have to change that. We definitely have to change that. That bothered me a little bit. And shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Yo, what's up, State of the Union? Yo, shout out to my guy, Nick's Loyalty. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. Oh, King Brazy. Yo, what's up, State? Yo, man, I appreciate you tuning in real quick, man. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, God. Be more. I think I'm wearing sunglasses at night is very cool. Yes. I think I feel like Batman right now. I feel like Batman. I ain't gonna lie. Batman is a cool comic book character. I don't know about Superman. I think Superman's soft. But Batman is a cool character. I feel like Batman right now. That's the only reason why I'm wearing these. And by the way, I am blasted. So I want to make sure Knicks fans don't see my eyes while I'm a little blasted. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Shouts to the chat once again. You got Killer in here. Yeah. I see you, brother. I see you, brother. Tony, man, I see you, man. Thanos in here, man. I see you, brother. I see you, brother. The shades is fire. Yo, Ari, I'm just saying here, I was supposed to be in here with Knicks Omni fan, I apologize to Knicks fans once again. It's my fault. 55 Malcolm X Boulevard. There is 2 locations in New York. So they went to the Brooklyn one instead of coming to the Harlem one, right? You know I'm from Harlem. I apologize. It's all the way on me. But next Saturday, 5 p.m., Knicks Omni fan will be with me in the liquor store right now. It will be with me. So, make sure you tune in for that. And I will talk about Thibs a little bit when I get a chance to. I will talk about Thibs a little bit. But misery loves company. Yes, Tony, you're absolutely right. And regardless if we go at it, Ari go at it, and I sent the StreamYard link to anybody. Anybody could join me right now. Shouts to the 144 people that's joining with me right now. Anybody could join me right now. But when it comes to the Knicks, me and Tony, we could get into an argument. And I text Tony the other day. He say, nah, State not lying. I texted him the other day. I ain't like something he said to me. I said, Tony, why you said that to me out in public? Don't say that to me no more. I text him that. That's what Knicks family is supposed to do.
Motion.
Regardless if y'all guys feel like, these guys argue. Yo, behind the scenes, a lot of us is in cahoots. If you want me to be real honest with you, a lot of us is in cahoots. Okay? So even if you think, yo, man, that dude, he not cool with that dude, or he not cool with that other dude. Nah, we ain't cahoots, man. We ain't cahoots. So shout out to my guy Tony. Who else peeped in the chat, man, before I continue my convo? Nick's loyalty. Of course, he come with the bingo. Batman is a geek. Me and Tony, we always fight about goddamn Superman. You got Evergreen. Yeah. I see you, my brother. I got a link with you. You good? Yo, I'm good, God. I'm good, God. You see, I'm in the family liquor store, man. It's my mistake that Knicks Omni fan is not with me right now. It hurts my heart. But I said to Knicks fans, I'ma still run a live stream for the liquor store because I haven't seen me in a minute. You see Dr. Doom over there. I don't just post a GIF on Twitter. You see Dr. Doom over there. Reed Richards. And that's not even a regular Dr. Doom. That's a Dr. Doom Iron Man variant. You don't even know if both his eyes is different because he got infinity stones in his eyes. A lot of people don't know that. You see, I got the first all still the greatest black superhero. You see what I got over there? Shouts to Power Man. See what I got over there, man. All right, so shouts to all the Knicks fans that's tuning in, man. Super tough, man. Let's get right into the next thing, like just moving past the whole Twitter Spaces thing. The New York Knicks right now, they are a great team, and when I say a great team, it's not even a team that we all, they caught us by surprise. Nah, they ain't catch us by surprise. This current New York Knicks team, they doing exactly what they supposed to do. That's the reason why this is the best start since 1996, 1997, New York Knicks. Shouts to those New York Knicks. Fuck Pat Riley because you sent out that man, body slam Charlie Ward on the sideline. We all know what happens next over there in 1997. But the New York Knicks has the best start right now since 1996, 1997. Shout out to Thomas Thibodeau. And Thibodeau is a guy, and a lot of people, they get on me about Thibs, man. And I'm one of those guys who I don't like Thibs. I don't rock with Thibs. But what I will rock with Thibs, he's the 5th coach in Knicks history with 200 wins. I can't get mad at that. I can't get mad at that. I can't get mad at that. He's a coach I loved. Thibodeau, when I was 21, 22 years old, when he first got hired as the Chicago Bulls coach, because I'm an NBA connoisseur, I watch every other team, right, including the Knicks. But he was my favorite coach growing up. When I say growing up, I'm talking about when I was in my 20s and all that. I'm 34 right now. I turned 35 in like 2-3 weeks. But he's the 5th coach in Knicks history to get 200 wins. That's special. That means a lot. That means a lot. Within the past 25 years, that means a lot. The Knicks have been to the playoffs 3 years out of the past 4. That means a lot to me, man. Even though I don't like Thibs, bro. I do not rock with the coach, bro. Everybody knows how I give it up. Y'all know how I give it up. I don't like the coach. I give props when props is due, right? And before I even continue with the coach, give us thoughts on the OKC game tomorrow. I definitely will. Harlem is one subway stop from me. I should have came through. Yo, whenever you ready, come through the liquor store, man. Come through. My uncle is like, my uncle has been such a godsend. Damn, I didn't even mean to try to get emotional, but my uncle is such a godsend when it comes to like doing the podcast thing. You all know my father passed away last year, and that's been like tough on me in general. And my father's birthday is not even his birthday. The day he passed is 2 days after my birthday this month. In January, on January 27th. And my uncle has always been a person who's been very supportive. So kudos to him, man. It's just you need those OGs in your corner. You always need OGs in your corner. I kind of wish you came through with Ari. Ari is such another special person to me personally. Ari came through when my father passed away. He came to the projects, right? And Ari is a motherfucker. People try to say Ari was, oh, this guy, he's faithless. He's faithless. What? How? Do some of y'all do cocaine on a regular? Do some of y'all do that? I don't know. That's my guy for life, bro. And when Ari, D, Trippy, when they came to my mom's crib and met my mom's, consoled me after my pops passed away, man, he will forever be a person that I defend him till I die. Until I die. That is a fact. There's certain things that Knicks people do in the community, a lot of people don't like. Like, for example, like shout out to my guy Trippy. Like a lot of people didn't like Trippy taking a picture with BKE, right? A lot of people didn't like me having BKE on my platform and explaining themselves about what the fuck they did. Excuse my language. A lot of people don't like a lot of anything. But does it matter to your cause? Does it matter to what you're trying to do? Black or white, doesn't matter. That's why I try to treat everybody the same. And even as it hit 2025, I try to take my Twitter seriously, more seriously. I try to take my craft more seriously. As you can see, I'm writing a lot of Substacks, bro. I write a lot, bro. I write a lot. And when I say write a lot, I'm talking about like as far as like writing articles and posting them motherfuckers. And not posting them for people. No, I want people to see these motherfuckers. So the articles I'm talking about is the articles that, and I'm gonna share them right here. And these are the articles that I'm talking about on Substack. It's a prime example. It's a prime example. Right in Substacks, yo, you put a lot of things to a piece of paper. You can use the internet. You can use whatever you want. But I'm just trying to do what's best to give the people the best product I can give them. right? And that's the same thing that, and just to tie it all back to the point at hand, and shouts to everybody who reads my Substacks, you know, just about support in general. Just make sure you all support each other and get into these Substacks. You see right here, 2025, the Knicks look like ass, right? But then back then, December 6th, the Knicks offense looked scary. And by the way, the Knicks offense is still top 5 in a lot of categories too, that I will show Knicks fans before I leave here tonight. But the Knicks offense is in a lot of categories right now, top 5. Right? But there's a question that, and just moving it along, shout out to my guy Rick, man, Rick the OG, definitely on my Twitter. And Rick asked a great question. What is the CBA supposed to prevent? Before I even get to the Knicks, what is it supposed to stop? Right? And let me get to some of these. Yo, Cali, shouts to Nick Loyalty. Some live for the chaos and calamity. Absolutely. Evergreen G. They all get on the liquor from your spot. Shout out to you, man. Thibs needs to expand the rotation. Thibs is running starters into the ground. I definitely will get into that. Salute the state and the Knicks community. Shout out to you, Derek. I appreciate you for tuning in. Thibs is playing Cat, OG, Brunson. Too many minutes. OG and Cat has a injury history. That's definitely true, and I definitely agree with that, bro. Shout out to Latrell Sprewell. Definitely met Latrell Sprewell. And then here's just Ari just laughing at my silly self. And love you too, Ari. I appreciate you. And just going down the list. And just getting back to the conversation at hand, just addressing the whole new CBA stuff. The new CBA was created because dudes like Kevin Durant, LeBron James, you messed up the league, brother. And when I say messed up the league, you messed up the parity in the league at that time. So since you messed up the parity in the league at that time, they had to create a new CBA to prevent super teams. One, also force teams to build through the draft. So I'll give you an example. The Knicks right now is in the first apron, right? So since we're in the first apron, we cannot re-sign anybody, right? Let's say if a player gets bought out, you buy him out, right? Let's say if that player's an all-star caliber player. That player's making $30+ million. If he gets bought out by the trade deadline, the Knicks can't get that said player because his money is making more than the MLE. So the MLE, it costs about $12.5 million. So it effectively ends championship contenders getting any type of help at the trade deadline. Because what good basketball player, when I think about it, what good basketball player, like elite basketball player, if you're a championship contender, that you want to get on the spot in today's NBA on the buyout market who's making above $12.5 million? What NBA player are you going to do that with? What? And just to show Knicks fans, because I don't want to be the guy who just yaps and I'm not going to show y'all anything. And let's go to Spot Track, right? And Spot Track is a good NBA website where it could literally sort out all of the contracts in the NBA. So let's go right to Spot Track, right? Oh, it's the collective bargaining agreement, right? See, I got mad things on the screen. So I'm working right now. I'm working while I'm talking to y'all. So let's go to Spot Track, right? And I already clicked who makes the most in the league this season. So you see Embiid, he got $64 million motherfucking dollars. I don't know why. Embiid is so overrated. Embiid is so goddamn overrated. I'm sick of Embiid, man. Super overrated. Super duper overrated. right? But Embiid, he makes $64 million. And we're just looking at, let me scroll down. Let's look at some of the players who could possibly be bought out in the contract, right? So as you scroll down, you see I got Fred VanVleet here. You got OG Anunoby here. You got Rudy Gobert here. You got LaMelo Ball. You see Tyrese Maxey, Alfred Sengun, and all these players. There's no player over here right now, and I look at their team that could be bought out. Would you buy out Jeremy Grant if you're the Portland Trailblazers? Even if the Trailblazers bought out Jeremy Grant, for example, the Knicks would not be able to get him because they are in the first apron. So it's really hard to build a team when you're in the first apron and you're trying to build out your bench. What the Knicks is trying to do, quote unquote. We don't got nobody on the bench. Okay? So even with trades, right? Let's say you got a trade and you're in the first apron.
Motion detector.
What's it? Let's say the Knicks can't take no money that's more than what they're sending out, right? So what do I mean by that, State? So let's say if the Knicks want to trade Mitchell Robinson to somebody, shouts to Money Mitch. I see Money Mitch, you looking real strong. I see you. I see you shake the RJ hand with the strong little. I see you. But Mitchell Robinson's contract is about, $14 million. So let's say if you wanted to trade Mitchell Robinson for somebody, right? And earlier this season, I was all aboard. Get Mitchell Robinson out of New York. I was sounding like Eru. Shouts to Eru, man. And shouts to the 300 Knicks fans that just popped in here, man. I appreciate y'all. But shouts to Eru. And Eru hate Mitchell Robinson. He hate Mitchell Robinson, guys. I don't know why Eru hate Mitchell Robinson, man. Maybe because he just hate the way his hairstyle is. But Mitchell Robinson, you try to trade him in any trade, it's damn near impossible because you can only trade him for players who makes a little less than his salary, right? So as I scroll down, and I would like to go to the next page on this, right? Because this page, it only goes to 22. Oh my God. But Mitchell Robinson only makes around $14 million. So if you wanted to swap a guy like Mitchell Robinson, you need a guy who makes around $13 million. So if I'm going off the top of my head, when I was looking at certain players who makes around where Mitchell Robinson makes, the only guy that fits the bill and another guy, Marcus Smart, Josh Green. Am I willing to trade Mitchell Robinson for Marcus Smart or Josh Green right now at this very moment? Josh Green? I don't know. Marcus Smart? I don't know. The reason why I say I don't know is because I don't know Mitchell Robinson's health when it comes to March, April, May, June. That is most important. Now, do you trust Mitchell Robinson's health March, April, May, June? Or do you trust the guy that you trade him for health before Mitchell Robinson? Do you trust that Mitchell Robinson is going to come back and help the Knicks with their defensive rating and help the Knicks, guarding, protecting the rim? And I don't believe that the Knicks need help with rim protection. Matter of fact, just to make sure that I don't believe the Knicks need help with rim protection, right? I'm going to show y'all because the Knicks, this whole season, the Knicks been top 10 in opponents' points in the paint. So if you're top 10 in opponents' points in the paint, that tells me that you're doing a damn good job without Mitchell Robinson. You're doing a damn good job. And let me make sure I get all the segments. Hold on. Let me make sure. No, you go F yourself, okay? Right? Traditional. Let's go to defense. All right. and let's look at it together. Let me do the share screen with y'all, right? Oh, still a raw screen, man. Your boy stay, man. I'm messing up, man. I've been messing up with this goddamn split screen crap, right? But let's go to official leaders. What the hell? This the players? I know it. Oh, yeah, I can't even. Yo, I can't even prove my point with this, man. The NBA and the NBA Act has an agenda to help protect Thibodeau. I'm convinced. I'm convinced. I know I had the link here. I know I had it here. And the link just disappears. That's Thibodeau stuff, man. That's witchcraft. That is witchcraft, I tell you. But let's make sure, let's go to defense. Right? Let's make sure we get it correct, because I still want to get y'all to the point that I'm trying to make. So let's get right back to this goddamn screen, right? So Knicks right now, you see we got 25 and 13. Opponents points in the paint. The Knicks right now, when it comes to opponents points in the paint, we used to be top 10. As you can see on the screen, let me make sure. Let's get it a little, all right. As you can see, the Knicks used to be top 10 in opponents points in the paint. Right now, we are 14th in opponents points in the paint. We got to be a little better, fellas. We got to be a little better, fellas. A little better. And that's the stat that a lot of people say where Mitchell Robinson will help the Knicks in. And also, just for me, excuse me, you know the biggest stats that Mitchell Robinson will help in, just to try to help Knicks fans in? Why the hell is the Knicks 28th in blocks per game? They're 28th. You see it on the screen. I'm at the bottom. I'm a little small square. So Mitchell Robinson will help with those stats.
Detector.
He'll help with the block stats. And I hate that block. Man, that block stat, man. I hate that block stat with all my goddamn heart, man. Let's go to the steal stat, right? And these are stats that Mitchell Robinson will help with. Shout out to the so-called Wingstop. Wingstop is not Wingstop, man. Wingstop, Kennedy Fried Chicken. Mama's Fried Chicken, right there on the corner, 111. But the Knicks are 22nd in steals per game. We need to get those up. We need to get those up. It's annoying to see my team just 22nd in steals per game. It's so annoying to me. It's so annoying to me. Because OG and Anunoby, Paper Man, shout out to Paper Man. It's the first time in a month I've seen Paper Man. Paper Man getting $200 million. The only reason why I haven't gotten on Paper Man case, Paper Man still defending the hell out of the basketball. That's the only reason why I haven't gotten on this case. That's the only reason why I have not gotten that Paper Man. And when it comes to Paper Man, everybody knows, for me, when you give a guy $200 million, I expect nothing. If you're not going to be an all-star, for the bare minimum for me, can you at least, and I'm talking about at least, can you at least be a player who wins Defensive Player of the Year? That's just for me. Get $200 million. You should be able to get Defensive Player of the Year. And the one thing about OG Anunoby, right? Let me bring y'all. Look, yo, oh my God. This is like the 5th time with Knicks fans with me tonight, man. I've been messing up on that. I'm so sorry, Knicks fan. I'm so sorry, Knicks fans. I didn't mean to do that to you. But when it comes to OG Anunoby, his defensive field goal percentage overall, 43.8. Let me make sure. Let's try to get it. 43.8. right? Let's try to zoom in there so Knicks fans can see. You don't need to see the games played. Nobody cares. OG is played. You don't need to see the games played. But to see his defensive field goal percentage at 43.8, he's defending the hell out of the basketball. He's defending the hell out of the basketball. The hell out of the basketball. And I have no problem with OG Anunoby when it comes to what he's doing on the basketball court. Oh, goddamn. This is mad funny. The one person who I cursed out. The one person who I cursed out, and I say, wait, why y'all never join me and stuff like that, man? Eddie!
What up, State?
What's up, man? How you doing?
My background needs a little. I'm redoing the room, so.
I don't give a damn, man. I don't give a damn.
How you doing, my man?
I'm good. I shared and shouts to the 377 Knicks fans who's in here right now. Appreciate you, Eddie, for joining me.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just talking about the Knicks in general. I was going to talk about the minutes per game and stuff in like 15, 20 minutes, but I just stopped at OG Anunoby, who's been playing well overall this season. I just pointed out his defensive field goal percentage, which is a 43.8, which is very great for OG Anunoby. And he was the Knicks' best player in November. How you feel about OG Anunoby so far this season? And do you think it's a tired thing that I will get into in a few, but is it a tired thing with him when it comes to his offensive efficiency? Because he hasn't been efficient within the past games,
I mean, I don't know if it's a tired thing with him or if it's just like, is the guy just not that good offensively, right? Like, we see glimpses of what was his high with us? Did he ever score more than 40 points? I think he might have did it once.
41.
41. There you go. So if that's his peak, on a regular basis, he should be giving us 15 points a night, 16 points. I think that's more than fair to ask. I'd like to see him hit more of those corner threes that he was hitting in December. But, he took a little bit of a step back, but so be it. His defense has been on point. As far as the tired stuff goes, look, man, I think they're all tired. I don't think it's just one of them. I think they're all. I mean, you're playing so many games right now. They're still trying. Again, I say this all the time. They're still building chemistry. The team's still coming together. So, it is what it is. What the hell happened? I'm the only one here. I said, what's going on with this?
Yeah. You don't know that feature? You see, that's the problem. You don't have StreamYard, you motherfucker.
You got StreamYard.
All right, then. So I can get away from the screen. I can just.
Well, you just got to do this. You do this stop cam,
Yeah, motherfucker. So that's all I'm trying to do for you.
I gotta go. If you got to go to the bathroom or something, by all means. I
ain't gotta go to no goddamn bathroom. I just want everybody to see your pretty face.
But you're talking about OG, and look, man. I mean, again, I don't think he's some offensive juggernaut, man. I don't think he's that guy. He's what, the fourth option on this team, and I think that's okay. And I think that's what we should expect from him. We shouldn't expect him to be some first or second option like people were saying in the beginning of the season. That's unfair. He's a defensive first guy, bro. That's it. That's what he was brought here to do, and that's what he's doing. You just showed the numbers before. You showed us what he's doing, what we expect out of him.
So for me, in this totality, I need him to win Defensive Player of the Year, or I need him to win
Defensive Player of the Year.
He can win it. He can win. I don't think he's going to win it this season because Dyson Daniels is just on some.
or what's his name, Wemby.
Yeah, but Wemby will feel like your team don't have more wins than the Knicks. I don't think it's getting to a point where you got to reward winning. What I love from the NBA a couple years ago is when they made Andrew Wiggins an NBA All-Star because you reward winning and you reward impact. I love
after he won the chip with Golden State. You're talking about.
Yeah. I love Wembanyama, right? But bro, your team don't have more wins than the Knicks. Now, if you had more wins and those same defensive numbers carried over, you got it.
Well, yo, hey, be real, bro. The dude's averaging like almost 4 blocks a game, I think.
Not impressive.
I understand, but you know the NBA and the way they love to, they want to be global so bad. They want to have a team in France. They want to have a team in the UK. So they're going to, I think Wemby's going to get promoted to Defensive Player of the Year. I think he's getting fast tracked to that, man. I think he's going to be it. And again, they've been trying to build this game globally, and they've done it successfully since David Stern and back in the day with the first Dream Team, right? And now look at the NBA. The best players are guys born overseas or born in Canada.
You don't think that hurts the ratings though? Because if I'm a American-born guy and an inner city guy, I'm not following Giannis and those guys.
What do you think about SGA? That because he's kind of like, I mean, right now he's the MVP.
Great basketball player. He reminds me, and I keep saying it all the time about SGA, he reminds me of Joe Johnson in a sense. You can't stop him one-on-one.
He's better than Joe Johnson, bro.
No, he's better than Joe Johnson, but he plays at his own pace. You can't stop SGA when he's playing at his own pace. Like, he's a pace basketball player. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, a person who you watch basketball a lot, like 10 years plus. So, like, a pace basketball player is a guy who the game stops when he's in the game because everybody has to play at his said pace, right? And he reminds me of that.
But now let me ask you, does this bother you? Does he turn you off? Like, what's the deal? You're saying you don't like these foreign guys. So is that what it is? Like, Luka's sort of like that too. Luka has the ball. It's his fucking game.
I think it's the marketability, whatever the
marketability.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it's called. I think it's that because even when you sign on Twitter and stuff, and you look at those players, it's usually negative. It's usually nothing positive. Even when you look at ESPN and you turn on ESPN and those, major networks, bro, they're all usually negative, like in poo-pooing. Like the Cleveland Cavaliers and OKC played a great basketball game, bro. Yeah. They played a damn good basketball game. Man,
did you watch even tonight? The game Cleveland versus Toronto was a really good game.
Yeah. And I think even the game between us, the last game we just played, I felt like that was a good game. And the reason why I felt like it was a good game, just for me personally, the mid-range game. I love when Scotty Barnes was shooting the midi, I loved it, bro. That's why I love Mikal Bridges, right? And I know we've dogged Mikal Bridges.
Of course. Rightfully so.
But Mikal Bridges, aesthetically pleasing, great mid-range jump shooter. While you give me your take on Mikal, I'm definitely going to look at it. I'm going to try to pull up the Mikal's stats on the screen. How you feel about Mikal? Once again, to anybody who think that I would object to the Mikal trade, I will do that trade every time, 1,000 times over, every time again. You got to give up those picks at that moment in time, Eddie, for where we was trying to go, right? You couldn't go into the season without making a change in its entirety. But how you feel about Mikal Bridges so far this season, man? Talk to me.
You're opening up a can of worms for me now with this. It's the way you brought it up and the way you kind of stated it. All right, so look, we made the Mikal Bridges trade before we thought we were getting Isaiah Hartenstein, right? We made that trade basically to bring on Mikal with Randall, with Dante, it was last year's squad, and we were gonna get iHeart back. 2 weeks later, iHeart goes to Oklahoma City, and now we're out at center. Then we get the news on Mitch that he's going to be fucking done a month or two later, and we gave up all our picks, and we didn't even get back one extra player. Because there was a nice player on the Nets that just got traded that we could have used. And that man's DFS, Dorian Finney-Smith. And I look back at that trade now,
I wanted Finney Smith, bro.
And I say, and you know what's funny? At the time, I thought, okay, we got Mikal. It is what it is. And there was whispers. A lot of Knicks fans said it. And we should have got Dorian Finney-Smith. And the more and more I look at it, the more and more I'm like, God damn, he should have been in that deal. And I know it would have got us close to the second apron and all, but bro, that guy right now, imagine him coming off the bench for us. He's the perfect 3-and-D player. Perfect. He doesn't make much money. He makes what, $10-11 million? Not something just something you could easily plug in.
A little more. So that's why Dorian Finney-Smith, when we ever used to talk about trades on the Twitter Spaces and all that, that's why his name would be the first that come up to me, because his contract is right around where Mitch Robinson's contract is at. And mind you, I love Mitch. You know, I keep Mitch. We can rock out with Mitch.
I can take or leave him. Seriously. If we could get something back better, I'd be willing to deal him. But I don't think that I look and I don't see it. I don't see a Kelly Olynyk deal. I don't think they'd swap Mitch for Olynyk straight up. I don't think the Knicks would do that. The Knicks might do it for Pirtle or whatever. His name is spelled Podol, but it's pronounced Pirtle with an R. I don't get that.
So, and then here's where it's messed up. If I'm the Raptors,
would you want that deal?
Why would I want that deal?
Exactly.
If right now, maybe if I wasn't tanking, I would want that deal, right? But now that I'm tanking, I don't want a guy like Mitchell Robinson in my locker room, because I might draft another center who might need to start a spot outright. So I can't even think about that avenue, right?
Well, one thing they could do is they could get Mitch, get Precious. That's obviously the way the money works, because it's going to be more coming in than going out. They give us Pirtle, but we're going to have to give them. I was talking this over with Chris, because Chris Cap guy, he's obsessed with getting rid of Mitch, and I said to him, look, you look at the last 3 trade deadlines, all these mid guys, not like any big names, but you look at like guys like Sadiq Bey, guys like Gary Payton Jr., you name it. If they're not a big name, they go for 5 second-rounders and then the salary cap room. So you could look at it. Toronto could get Mitch, ship him off, get some more assets for him, and they could also do this. They could just keep Achua, and they could that's an expiring contract for them, and then they could get themselves, some cap space. Again, I don't see Toronto taking that deal. If I was the Toronto GM, I'd say no, even if it was for 5 seconds. But if they are tanking, like you say, maybe Masai Ujiri looks at that and thinks about it and says, well, maybe if I could get, 6 second-rounders out of him, I'll make that deal. And that the Washington pick, the 1 first-rounder we have left to trade, that's going to be 2 second-rounders right up the rip. I don't think that. Do you see that pick of A?
No,
right? Yeah. So they're terrible.
No, yeah, Washington is fucking terrible. Shout out to Jordan Poole. I don't know how the hell Jordan Poole got back all of these goddamn All-Star votes. But my and I guess we could just get right into it. It's just Thibodeau. Eddie, as you can see right here, right? And I'm gonna make sure that Knicks fans can see this, so I'm going to make sure this screen gets enlarged. The number of players on each Eastern Conference contender averaging more 15 minutes per game, right? Cleveland, 11. Boston, 10. New York, 7. Orlando, 11. Milwaukee, 10. Indiana, 11. Philadelphia, 11. Atlanta, 10. Miami, 10, right? So just scrolling down. And
this is how many minutes now?
This is not. I'm not counting the minutes now. If you want to count like total minutes,
no, fuck that. I just do average.
So if you want to count, so you do average. I do total. So if I'm going off of the total, the Knicks right now, and I'm just going off of the top of the dome. I don't even need to bring us off the screen. For that. if I'm going off the top of the dome, the Knicks right now, Mikal Bridges lead the league in total minutes.
Yes.
Josh Hart is second in the NBA in total minutes. OG Anunoby is third in the NBA in total minutes. Jalen Brunson is seventh in the NBA in total minutes. The last 10 games, Jalen Brunson is shooting under 26% from three. The last 10 games, the Knicks as a team is shooting under 32% from three. And I attribute this to them being tired. I'm gonna be honest with you, Eddie. I don't know where they got the energy last game versus the Raptors, because the first half was way different from the second half. I don't know where they got that energy. That's why I chalked it up to cocaine. I didn't even chalk it up to regular basketball talk. But Eddie, how do you feel about the whole, like, is Thibs wearing these players down? I think he is, but I try to be even killed about it, even though I'm very loud about it on Twitter.
Right.
I'm trying to make sense of it. How do you feel about it?
I guess the question you got to ask yourself is, what are the other options, right?
Yes.
He's playing these guys 1 through 5 because they're honestly one of the best 1 through 5 groups there are in the NBA, right? It's without a doubt. Our 1 through 5 is up there with the best teams. I'd put our 1 through 5 up there with anybody. You name it. OKC, Boston, Cleveland. We're up there. Now, what's happened is Deuce McBride got hurt. Tony, you're right, by the way, with the international stuff. What's been happening is Deuce got hurt, and Thibs doesn't trust any of these other bench guys. Now, you're seeing he's starting to trust Landry Shamet a little bit more. I mean, he's getting like 20 minutes now, and he's looked okay. I'm not going to kill him. I'm not going to kill Shamet. He's every time I watch him, he seems like he's getting better on defense. I'm not really concerned so much about the offense. I think that'll come around when, he gets to where he's got to get. But he's the one guy I'm kind of hopeful on. Cam Payne was balling at one point in the season, but he's kind of stopped. Since I think you could attribute it to Shamet, maybe, or you could just attribute it to that's who Cam Payne is. I mean, he's not a superstar. He's a backup point guard, and he's a backup point guard for a reason. He does have, I think, the best assist to turnover ratios in the whole entire league in the NBA as Cam Payne. So I could see why Thibs is going to go to him over, Tyler Kolak, because Thibs wants to play everything safe, right? So when you have Cam Payne giving up the least amount of turnovers, turnovers to assist ratio, I understand why, Cam Payne's getting those minutes over Tyler Kolak. I totally get it. What does this stat say?
So right now, when it comes to Landry Shamet,
okay,
3.5 points per game, 1 rebound, and 1 assist. Thibodeau, and my phone fell just reading off of those stats because I know my phone is disgusted. Thibodeau, I need to understand why Landry Shamet continues to play. It's getting to that point. He's shooting only 36.8% from the field.
But State, you got to look at the minutes too. I mean, let's pull up the minutes on this guy because.
Okay. So the minutes he's averaging 18.2 minutes per.
Okay. That's fair. Let me go on. I want to look it up for myself.
I got it right here for you. He's
but I like the game log.
Oh, you like, okay, no problem.
You know what I'm saying? So this way we could go, because remember, he started out really low. He started out super low. So now he's, put the one back, man. I'm too close to the screen. I don't like this shit. Way too, there we go.
Like this one? You don't like to be up in the screen?
No, my background's all fucked up. My MLB sign's broken. I got a bunch of new shit coming. So I'm going to hang up some jerseys. I got a ball hoop that's going to light up. It's going to be dope. Let me get Shamet. Let's get Shamet's Let's get Shamet's game log because I think that's important.
Okay.
All right. So,
and me personally, I don't even like, and I'll definitely pull up Landry Shamet's game log, right?
All right. So look, let's just go back from the beginning of the year, which is January 1st. So. Okay. January 1st, he played 11 minutes. January 3rd, he played 14 minutes. January 4th, he played 17 minutes. And the last 2 games, the 6th and the 8th, he's played 21 minutes. And his last game was his best game from the field. He was 4 of 8. You know, he missed his 3-pointers, but he did score 8 points. It was a -4, whatever. Had two rebounds and assists. Again, I thought it was personally a good game. I thought it was one of his better games. But again, I'm not looking at him offensively, Steve. I'm looking at him defensively. He's going around when they're setting up, when they're doing the screens and they're trying to, pick and roll us to death. He gets through the screens, or he's good. He moves.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're not impressed with it.
I'm not impressed at all.
Okay.
I think him and Cameron Payne is absolutely dog shit together. I don't like seeing it. I don't think it's productive. And I look at it like this, and it's just no disrespect to Landry Shamet or Cameron Payne. They both got benched by their playoff teams, right? We're talking about like championship contending teams. They got benched. What is the reason why they got benched? We all know, it's various reasons why. Who cares? But when it comes to Landry Shamet and Cameron Payne, do I envision the Knicks winning the championship and they're going to boast to me a bench of Mitchell Robinson, Precious Achiuwa, Landry Shamet, and Deuce McBride, and Cameron Payne? No. No. No.
You're not wrong.
No.
You're not wrong.
When I say those names, it hurts my confidence even more. So when I think about the Knicks bench right now, and I look at a guy like Landry Shamet and Cameron Payne, the only reason why I bring up rookies like Tyler Kolek or Pacome Daddy, first things first, they're in every positive lineup that's on the New York Knicks, right? That's first things first. Second,
not last night.
Well, not last night. I don't care about last night. We was already up.
They were terrible.
No problem. No, I have no problem with that.
Right. It was garbage time. It is what it is.
It's garbage time. And the second thing and the most important thing for me is Landry Shamet and Cameron Payne in Thibodeau's system. They play the same to me. Cameron Payne has been averaging, I think, under 2 assists within his last 10 games. So I'm not even looking at him as a point guard in Thibs system. So that's where I'm at with it. They're too small. They occupy each other's spots on the court at the same time. I don't think they could defend well together. Maybe Deuce McBride comes back and make it look even. But even with Deuce McBride, I still had no confidence in that. Because I can't
think they're redundant, is what you're saying.
Say that again?
You think the two of them, Cam Payne and Landry Shamet, you think they're redundant? You think they're the same player?
Yeah. In Thibs system. They're not actually the same player like in real life.
No.
But in Thibs system, they occupy the same spots on the court. They want to shoot in the same areas.
Now, what if I was to play devil's advocate and say, listen, they haven't had enough time to actually get some cohesion, get some chemistry together. That maybe we could give them a pass on that, because Shamet literally just came back.
True.
So, I am 100% with you on the bench. Again, they're last in the bench scoring for a reason, and it's not good. It's not good to have a bench that doesn't score.
No,
because you're gonna need, like you brought up with the minutes. You're gonna want some of these guys, these bench guys, to actually stay on the court longer than they're expected because they're shooting well or they're playing very well. But since they never play well, they're right off the court as soon as Thibs thinks his guys are rested back up and got their win back. And that's the current problem of the New York Knicks right now. Yeah. Along with Jalen Brunson being very, very pedestrian with the words. I'll use that word. He's been very pedestrian over the last 5-7 games. It's been some shit like that.
Yo, you want to know what's so crazy? Jalen Brunson is averaging, the last time I looked at it, he's shooting at least 47% from the field.
Yeah.
39%.
Which he was last year.
Yeah, and 39% from 3. I think he's still averaging at least damn near 24 points per game. And he's still averaging at least 7.5 assists per game. his career high in assists per game this season. In the last few weeks, I literally said on the post-game space, I believe I said it to you, Jalen Brunson has been absolutely dog shit within the past month. My only beef with Brunson, I think he's just tired. And I mean, so sit him. So his last 10 games, the man is shooting under 26% from three.
And he's gotten open looks too.
Wide open. Why? You
Not
know
every time, but he's gotten a lot.
I gotta take off the glasses for this shit. You know what got me with Brunson, Eddie? He airballed back-to-back games floaters.
The midi, which he was money from last year. Yes.
You know he's shooting under 39% from midi this season?
That's awful. And that's where he lived last year. That's where he ate. That was his bread and butter. And it's what I brought up the other night. And I think it was in your space, as a matter of fact. I said that Orlando Magic game last year, if that was played last year with last year's Brunson would have willed his way to win that game, because that's just what he did last year. And look, I know the numbers are stating that he's more productive. There's more talent on the team, which there is. I can't deny that. There's more people he's got to feed. I totally get that. I understand. But we talked about Brunson last year as being a top 5 player when he was in the playoffs. And the guy we're seeing now is not that player. And I don't want to be a dick. I don't want to shit on him. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just saying by what we're seeing recently from him. So I'm not disparaging anything he's done. I know the assist numbers are higher. I know certain parts of his efficiency is higher. But there's certain things that we saw last year that we're not seeing this year, at least from my perspective. And maybe it's just me that I expected more because he was so good last year. He was so good. In the playoffs, he was incredible. I mean, do you agree? I mean, how do you take that?
After what I seen from him last year, that's the reason why, even with the voting thing, it was even with the voting thing, people was mad at me. People was mad as hell at me. He was like, yo, State, man, why you didn't vote for Brunson? I'm like, didn't I tell y'all I need 9+ assists before I vote for that? I wasn't playing with y'all.
So you like a guy like Trae Young then?
No, because Trae Young is inefficient.
Look at this.
Look at Tony. Look, got him right in the middle of where he's going.
He's dying to get in this shit. He's dying to get in this shit.
You see, I got wrong way.
A little espresso?
Yeah.
There you go.
Gotta wake it up. I just watched this fucking football game, bro. Unbelievable. Unreal. Anyway, what's up, man? What's up?
We're talking Brunson, bro.
I heard you guys aren't impressed.
I don't think that's what.
I'm not impressed. That's what I said.
They definitely not impressed. You're like, I think the guy's phenomenal. 10-game rut and to hit those fucking totals that State was just reading off. You only got 35 games played just about. So to take 10 games away from that, right? That he's been shit garbage. I mean, that's fucking a lot of work to do to fucking be at 39%, over 80% from free throw, 48 or 49 from the floor. Not bad numbers, bro.
Let me ask you this, Tony, because me and State were just trying to figure it out. What do you think the diagnosis is with him? And what I mean that, what is it? Is it the calf? Is it the minutes? What is it? Hold on. Getting rid of bitch would be a big mistake. Can't be a prisoner of the moment. I mean,
yeah, my fault. Tony. Shout out to Lloyd Banks. Yeah, getting rid of Mitch would be a big mistake. Can't be a prisoner of the moment.
Yo, I agree with him right now, man. I agree with him right now. With the way they constructed this team, I think Mitch is necessary, bro. When people are like, yo, if they make a trade, what would you want? And I keep saying, you gotta bring me something. You gotta bring me. You can't get Pirtle.
I know that's the only guy. Like,
You got to bring me what Mitch gives us. Just you're promising me that guy will be able to play because
not
that's
there.
really the team needs another wing. Bench is too small, man. Aggravating me. I watch the Hawks team.
I agree with you, Ben. I agree with that.
Yo,
Plan.
we
I
have
know, yeah, but you
TJ
love
Warren.
Hawks. You
TJ
love
Warren
Hawks.
is coming.
I mean, you don't love Hawks, excuse me. You love wings. You know that,
Yeah.
like you're a big wing guy. My shit with it is we're constructed different. You know, fucking, they ain't got a motherfucker like Cat. You know, so we trust Mish.
Yeah, yo, and that's the great.
No way. No way.
It's gonna be 18. 18
No way.
18.
Yeah. 18. Yo, bro, you got to remember this guy played 24 minutes a game, not even 25, 24 minutes a game and wore out in the first 21 games of the year. Like this wasn't like the second, from 22 to 40. It wasn't like it was the fucking you came off an off season, bro. You can't get more rest than that. You know what I'm saying?
Doing it again this year.
So I mean, what are you gonna do? I don't think you're getting them to no 25 minutes. But let him give us 18. Listen, mind you, this guy can only play center. That's all he can play. Cat is fucking killing the world at center. So if you want to play him in all Cat's off minutes, fine. But 48 minutes, you're playing this guy 18 minutes. You already got Cat down to 30 minutes. You're gonna want to play. You got to play Cat more than 30. You know what I'm saying?
Tony, do you see them playing together?
Well, that was my point.
Okay.
So I mean, like, if you're gonna play him more than 30, you got to figure some of those minutes come with maybe Cat next to him on the floor. I don't know. I don't know how much people like that with what Cat's been doing at the center. You know what I'm saying? And Cat's been killing in the paint. Mitch seems to clog that, so I'm not too sure. There's certain things I guess you can want out of it that might happen, but there's not much you could really fucking do. So the guy can't play much more than fucking 18 minutes. That's my whole shit.
I agree with that. I think, and I asked a question like a week ago when it comes to Mitchell Robinson. Shouts to 582 people. Something right now live. I appreciate everybody tuned in. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, let's share and retweet that.
Oh yeah, I didn't put up with the stream yet. My bad.
Thanks a lot, Eddie. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, man.
I didn't even know how to fucking do it. I need Celso for that. We're asking the wrong fucking.
Yo, State, you're pretty fucking nice with this shit. I saw when I was like trying to set my shit up. You pulled the fucking stat log up and shit.
Yeah.
You got the fucking the what do they call it? The ticket. I figured they
the ticker, yeah.
On the bottom with the fucking.
We have that too, Tony.
All his ass. Yeah, but we got somebody who fucking does it. This fucking kid's doing it himself.
Nah, true.
You know?
So I appreciate that.
Salute you for that, bro. That's official.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yo, man, I try to put forth the best work I can.
You teach yourself.
And your background's dope as hell too, by the way.
Yo, let me can I go in reverse real fast? I just want to touch on one thing. It'll be quick.
I know you want to. Do you want to touch on the minutes?
No. I actually it wasn't about the Knicks. You were asking Eddie, don't you think that like all these stars from all over the fucking world instead of here kills the views?
Yes.
I fully believe so. Boxing. Go look at boxing. When Lennox Lewis fucking became the champion and ran away with it all them years.
Yep.
And then he gave it to
Klitschko.
Klitschko had it for all them years. Bro, fucking heavyweight is dead.
That Klitschko was like the boringest fighter ever.
Boxing fucking got crushed. Fury, I don't even think people saw Fury beat Klitschko. I don't think many people watched it. It wasn't until Wilder came around and started knocking motherfuckers out and really made a name for himself that people wanted to watch boxing. Fucking the same thing with baseball. I hate to say it, but I'm a baseball fan. Baseball fans, yeah. Shout out to Homer for that. But baseball fans, you know, yo, you watch your fucking numbers, you know, fucking go low. Why? Because the best fucking players aren't from here. They're
But
not, bro.
baseball's ratings are going up.
They are. They're going up now. They got a lot of. They're starting to like hone in on a lot of stars.
Well, they
You know what I'm saying?
by lowering the time of games, that's helped them with the pitch
you know,
clock.
the runs and shit. But yo, you're coming from fucking base, bro. Baseball was fucking hurting. You know, when you're comparing it to something like basketball and football, they weren't doing anything for a fucking you know, a pro sport. And
So
to me, I feel like when the best guys in the game, like State said, it's fucking not relatable to the people. People don't like that shit. Look at hockey. Look at fucking hockey's a pro fucking sport. The best guys is from like, I don't know, Russia or fucking Canada. Sweden. Okay, yo, nobody fucking watches it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, you're
so I definitely think that, and look what State said when you said, look at SGA. People like SGA, but the people like SGA, how they was loving Durant when he was on the come up, right? Or fucking or Russ or fucking Kobe or people don't love that kid like that. Even Jokic. Bro, if Jokic was fucking American winning them fucking MVPs like that, you know what I'm saying?
How come a guy like Dirk got so much love though? He gets like everybody loves Dirk.
Wait,
but
Eddie,
Jokic don't get that kind of love.
But Dirk, it just me being like an inner city guy, like we love Dirk in the hood, bro. We love Dirk, bro.
But why? Why, State?
The way he played with swagger. And that was something new. We never seen something like that before growing up. Like when I was 12, like we thinking about Dirk back then. Like think about 2002 Dirk when Steve Nash and those guys.
It was a lot more rare than, you know.
Yeah,
like,
it was rare.
He was like one of two, like one or two like out of country guys that was big name.
Killing.
And also he did it forever, which I think is another thing a lot of us respected. And at the end of the day, to be honest, at best, at his time during his entire prime, he's really the number 3 at what he was doing. You had Duncan and Garnett ahead of him.
And
you know what I'm saying?
If I'm not mistaken, isn't Duncan from one of the islands as well? He's not. He's American either.
Bahamas or something.
Yeah, he Bohemian or something.
But he's not American.
No, but Duncan,
but he's looked at like he's American, right? Like big fundamental.
Yeah, but nobody. I'm ready. We love Duncan. He's a great winner. Yeah. We wasn't running to the TV to watch Tim Duncan, bro. Nobody.
Yeah, Tony's mentioned this too.
Yeah, bro. Like, that I feel like that was also his fucking attitude too. Like that shit was, you know,
he's Duncan a Boy Scout. He's a fucking Boy Scout.
Man, he was blah, bro.
You didn't even have emotion.
Quiet, like fucking silent leader, does it on the court. You know, salute to Tim. You know, a lot of people have him as the best ever, this and that. But I agree. I agree with State. 1,000%. 1,000%, bro.
I mean, the one thing you can't
Garnett over Duncan to me.
The only thing, though, man, fucking 5.
Yeah, 100.
You know what I'm saying? 5. That's nothing to sneeze at. And he was a part of every one of those. It wasn't like, you know, I know at the end, you know, Kawhi kind of took that last one, and you know, and even Parker took an MVP, Finals MVP. But man, when he was young, he was just unstoppable.
He's from St. Croix, so that's U.S. Virgin Islands. So St. Croix, St. Thomas, right, and St. John. I think those 3 are the.
You're the island guy, Tony.
Those are the Virgin Islands. Those Thomas, John, and Croix.
But I think that reflects like even just bringing it back to like current day when we talk about the voting, right? Like, and we're on Twitter, and you know, a lot of people saying why Jalen Brunson is behind Dame, and why this guy is behind this guy. And I think the whole voting situation, which you're watching right now, literally is a reflection of NBA fandom right now. With pure example, LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo Ball.
Y'all know how I feel about LaMelo Ball. I love him. great basketball player. I love LaMelo Ball. He should not be number one in voting. But you know why he's number one in voting?
Because
Flash.
he's been a celebrity forever.
Yes, but his game.
Because his father.
He gonna throw the shit off. No, ain't
So,
because of his father.
He's been on IG for 10 years. He's been on IG for 10 years. There's clips on him. I watched a clip today of him from Sonny Carton, as a matter of fact.
I remember when his father took him out of the school and brought him over there, you know, because the other brother, and there was all that bullshit, this and that.
Yeah.
You know, he wanted to fucking set them up better, and there was certain rules and this and that. So he got him out of there.
He's the best one out of the brothers, though. If he could stay on the court
by a landslide. A landslide.
Yeah, he's so talented. It's just
he's marketed, and what I'm getting at is he's marketed great, right? Like I don't think, and this comes back to the Knicks. Like even with Twitter Spaces, why it's always a lot of people when we lose in the Twitter space as opposed to when we win. I think it's just like a lot of people just love negativity, and a lot of people love flashiness. A lot of people love beep bop boop. Also, I think the ring culture too. A lot of people don't care if you got a ring or not. They only care if your game is flashy. So
also, to state, it's the car wreck. You know, when you're on the highway and you're passing by the car wreck, everybody wants to see the car wreck. You know what I'm saying? That's why they got traffic, because people want to see shit burning. People want to see that shit. So that's why you have the lost merchants. It's true. It's fucking true.
It's goosenecking.
Whatever they call it.
I think for the last 15 minutes, I would love to talk to you both about, and I guess since we're all here, how many people is in here right now? 681 people in here. I appreciate all of you Knicks fans. You love my Knicks fans who's in here right now. Y'all, it's such a blessing. Thomas Thibodeau, you know, I brought this up at the start of the YouTube stream. He's won 200 wins as a New York Knicks head coach.
Big dog.
I believe he's at a 56 winning percentage with the New York Knicks. One of the best coaches in New York Knicks history. He has his pros, he has his cons. What do you want to see from Thibs as opposed to what you've seen in 2024 coaching this team, and now we're going into 2025? We already forget the three game losing streak. I don't even care about that. We got back on track with the Raptors, but what do you guys both want to see from Thibs, like just moving forward, or Leon Rose if it's not even Thibs, because maybe Thibs is not going to play Bacone Daddy. I don't even want to have a conversation about him. I don't even want to have a conversation about Tyler Kolek. I'm just talking about the roster in general. Or is it just Leon Rose? Can you get Thibs another guy instead of us getting on Thibs and saying that? How about you add a guy? How y'all feel about Thibs going into 2025 as opposed to 2024?
John, do you want to go first?
For me, things I want to see from him, maybe some differences. My shit.
As soon as you asked Tony about Thibs, he started choking.
You want me to go, Tony?
Yo, my shit. I don't know if my shit working.
You're working.
Oh, it's working.
You're working.
Oh,
it's working.
What? Yo, I'm on. No. Hold on. I went on Twitter. Yo, I'm on Twitter looking at it on Twitter. I'm like, what the fuck is my shit delaying for? I'm on StreamYard. All right, my bad, everybody.
That's all right.
New things I want to see from Thibs. First, the Precious Achua minutes. Play him at the power forward. As you did, that should take minutes away from the three guys in the middle, being Hart, Mikal, and OG. Everybody understands and gets why, or you should at least. If Precious is playing as the backup center, it's not helping those guys. Now they're splitting the roles between the 2, the 3, and the 4. If he's playing all his minutes, is 18 minutes or so at the 4, then OG can then move 3, and then the 3 and the 2 can be shared between the other 2. So you get less time for them 3 to have to fucking fill out, so they could play like 35 minutes, 34 minutes instead of 37s and 39s and 40s. So I definitely want something like that to happen. If I like the minutes campaign gives, obviously he's not going to be on every night. But if he's lacking, yo, listen, I think, if he's getting anywhere from 11 to 15 minutes, I think you could cut one of the few minutes that you shoot him in there and maybe try Kolick. I know we're scared of Kolick because he's a rook and he can't play defense and he's small and this and that. But there's some nights where campaign, like if he just don't have it and he's looking like he did the other night, we're starting. Listen, I don't blame him for it yet. You're inside the first 41. The kid's a second-round pick. But inside this back end of the season, the second half, he should get some go. You know what I'm saying? He's getting acclimated. You learn as you're on the bench. You learn from being in the locker room. You obviously learn a little bit something in the G League, so you could throw him in. And also Huck Porty the same. And that's really my biggest thing. And then one last thing, this is a basic one. In the blowouts, bro, you don't have to wait till fucking there's 90 seconds or 120 seconds left. We could take the fucking guys out and put in the recruits, with 3 minutes and 4 minutes left. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to fucking wait till there's 67 seconds left. Here comes the fucking whistle, and then you push guys into the game. And that's really it. That's all I care about with Thibs. That's really it. Maybe work some things for Cat when he's up against a smaller forward. That's it. Fine.
So,
say
you want to go?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. We know this.
Yo, you wrote this on the timeline 2 days ago. Just to. I appreciate repeating yourself, Dave.
So if I was
honestly, my fault, Eddie.
No,
Tony, I try to stay away from like the usual when I'm doing like live streams.
You know what it is, State? There's a million ways to win a ring. No team ever gets there the same way. No team's makeup is the same exact. You know what I'm saying? So like, bro, Thibs hasn't got there. You know what I'm saying? You can also make the argument that
fucked with the Rose injury.
And listen, you can also make the argument that he's never came into the season in preseason where Vegas and analysts are saying, yo, Thibs' team should win the chip this year. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. This is one of the best teams he's ever had. And we're building towards greatness. So I'm not going to count them out because he's here.
So what I want to see from Thibs is what he's done his entire career as a head coach here, except for 1 year. Thibs has gotten the most out of every one of his teams, except for the 21-22 team, which was not built around him or his type of players. Okay? This year, I understand we're lacking. We don't have Mitch. That's a total Thibs guy. But I want to see Thibs get the most out of all these guys. Get the most out of Karl Anthony Towns. Get the most out of Jalen Brunson. Get the most out of Mikal. Get the most out of OG. You got it. Our top 5. Get as much as you possibly can. This is what you do best. You get the most out of teams. What else do I want to see? I want to see this bench come in and actually score. Now, if this Deuce injury keeps lingering, then it's on Leon Rose to go out and bring in a guy that Thibs could plug into the bench that could give us 8 to 10 points every single night. Now, I don't know who that person is, and it's very hard to make trades because of our situation, but it's possible. It can be done. So I do think that Leon Rose, if this continues to go on with McBride, we do not have a sixth man. Once we lost McBride, we lost the sixth man. We lost our other sixth man in Dante before the season. So that's Leon Rose's job. If this thing lingers and lingers with Deuce, you have to go out and you have to bring in a guy that Thibs could work with, that's maybe worked with him before, and bring in a guy that could give us points off the bench and that could give our starters a breather that could actually play well and keep our starters on the bench, because that's been the formula all season, is that the bench is so bad, we need to get the starters back on the court ASAP. And that's the problem when you lack depth. Bench, you have to get your starters in, and your starters play a million minutes. Tony's right. State's right. with the guys coming in. I mean, when there was 8 minutes left in that game last night versus the Raptors, we should have took everybody out. We had a 20-point lead. That's enough. They weren't coming back. So that would be my 3 gripes. Get the most out of your 1 through 5. If this bench is hurt in any kind of way, get somebody in here ASAP and get somebody that gives us 8 to 10 points a night off that bench. And last but not least, play these guys when the game's over. When the lead is 20 or 18 or more, throw these young guys in the game, get them in, get our starters out. And that's it.
Yo, Dave Smith is 1,000% cash. Cash, this is burner.
Okay. Cat's the best option.
It's been so obvious. Cat is our best player. It should be our number 1 option. Bridges should be our number 2 option, and Brunson number 3. Brunson should be racking up assists. Shout out to David Smith. He sounds like me and Ari and all of us.
One is dying.
Brunson's
not a number 3. Come on.
No, I don't. Just to bring it back to like reality. Like, I love Brunson, but I've always felt like, and I tell y'all all the time when it comes to Brunson, he's 6'1". I need him to fall back, and it's not. I'm not trying to be disrespectful when I say fall back, but I need him to allow his other guys like Cat and those guys to bring him home. When you see OG Anunoby come out, that was my player of the game last game we just recently played. He had 2 steals and a block, right? And he's averaging, I think, 1.5 steals and 1.8 blocks versus the Raptors and 21 points. So he sees red every time he sees RJ Barrett, right? And you got great wings. You got Mikal Bridges. You got Jalen Brunson. You got Karl Anthony Towns. You even got Precious, who at one point was shooting 40% from 3 at one point. But if I'm Brunson, Tony, Eddie, coast. When I say coast, I'm not being disrespectful. Let these guys get you to the playoffs. That's what I mean by that. Once you're in the playoffs, I want Brunson to chuck. I don't want him passing the ball once we get to the playoffs, because you should already be able to trust your teammates. But this season specifically, I think it's imperative. I think if I use the right words, that Brunson needs to get his teammates acclimated. That starts with him. That starts with Thibs. Once again, shout out to Thibodeau. 200 wins as New York Knicks head coach after I've been crying about him for the past 4 years. That is a huge benchmark for him, and nothing but respect for him. Last but not least, how you feel about tomorrow, man? We got OKC. Huge game tomorrow. They kicked. What I say? They kicked the ass last game. Not really.
The fourth quarter.
We could have won that game, honestly, in my opinion. So I chalk it up to we lost. But how I feel about tomorrow with this OKC, man? Are we confident? I guarantee you to win tomorrow, by the way. I guaranteed that since the other night. I felt like we was going to lose to the Raptors, and we was going to win OKC outright. But since we beat the Raptors, I still feel like we're going to beat OKC. But how y'all guys feel about that, though? Well, tomorrow's game versus OKC.
I'm trying to get the okay to dip from the family and get over there. I'm trying to get in the building, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna end up over there, man. I'm there on Sunday too for the Bucks game. I'm bringing my son, and I did it for his birthday, so I got my nephews rolling over there with me. Shout to the Omni girls, Omni fans. Jen and Jazz, they linked me up with some tickets. Anybody who needs group tickets, they got great hookups, and they'll hook you up. Definitely look into shouting them out. But yeah, so I want to go tomorrow. I need a win. So they better win. That's it, yo. I want Brunson to be more efficient. I want Cat to get in his fucking position and bully the fuck out of Jalen Williams to where they're like, yo, put our heart on him. Fuck this thing that we tried doing. That it worked last time, but they got something going. and they figured it out. We got to try something different because I think if those two are on, they're not going to game plan enough to shut down OG. You know, OG and Mikel are probably going to more see like single cover. You know, so they just got to hit their shots. I just want to win, bro. I don't give a fuck how we do it. I just give me everybody on offense getting to their averages. If we do that, we win because they count on their defense. So if we do that, if we can get to our game, then we're gonna win. And I need to win, bro. I need to see it. It checks off that box that we're true contenders. It gets me a lick back that they just fucking stole from us. You know, it checks off a few boxes I need checked off with this fucking team. So
yeah.
that's it.
Look, Billy pointed this out to me, and he's right. Every time we play a good team, I say it's the most important game of the year. But I say that because we really haven't played that many really good teams, right? So far, against the best teams in the league, we're 0-3. We lost to the Celtics. We lost to the Cavs. We lost to the Thunder, right? Look, those are the three best teams in the NBA. I think it's head and shoulders. I don't think there's even a question that those three are the best teams, three teams in the NBA. So tomorrow, Oklahoma City comes back, all right? They're coming back to our house. And after they beat us, they put us, what up, Billy? They put us on that 3-game losing streak. So I'm glad you're here. So again, I think we have to fucking beat them. And I think for our mentals and just moving forward, I think we have to beat them no matter what, because we cannot, if we keep going against these contenders and losing, well, then what is that going to show us come playoff time? And what does that show the rest of the NBA? That we can't be contenders. So I want to see them win. I want to see them play smart, though. I want to see them play smart. Move the ball. We see every single time they get 30 or more assists, they win. Except that one time against Chicago. 16-1 is the record. So if they're going to double Brunson, fine. Pass the ball. Keep it moving. Get the open shot and rain threes on these motherfuckers. That's how we win. We win with our offense. It's that simple. So that's my plan going tomorrow. They start doubling Cat. They start doubling Brunson. Move the ball. Move the ball. Get it to the open man. Hit those shots. Knock those shots in. We get the win. That's it. That's where I stand with that. Billy.
Yo, Billy, man, I'm going to move aside. Shouts to you, Billy. Shouts to Tony and shouts to Eddie. I appreciate all you guys like pulling up to the show. We got Gigi here. I don't know where the hell Gigi is, but Gigi, she just quiet. But I'm gonna move aside and Gigi, hi Gigi. Well, I'm gonna move aside and we're gonna let Billy and Gigi get their takes. Man, once again, I appreciate y'all pulling up. It is 859 people watching live on Whiteside. So
share, retweet, post, love, do all that shit.
Post, love, man. Billy, OG, what up? Hi, Gigi.
Hi everyone.
Man, ladies first, man. Ladies first, man. Ladies first. Man.
What a gentleman.
Ladies first. What's up, Gigi?
What's up? Thank you, Billy. Shout out to all of y'all. First of all, let me just say this was very impromptu. I didn't even know I was gonna be here. But shout out to State for inviting me. I mean, as far as the Knicks and stuff, I think my only thing that I think that I want to see difference is the defense got to get better for me. One thing for me that I'm not really liking that's been kind of bothering me for the past couple of games are the turnovers. I feel like we have just way too many turnovers in the game. And also just Thibs just isn't utilizing, we know this already. He's just not utilizing the bench to the best of his ability. That's pretty much it for me. I really want to win this game. You know, it's the revenge game against OKC. Hopefully we can get this win at home. So that's just really all I have to say and what I'm looking forward to.
Thank you, Gigi. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Eddie.
I said, do you think we got it tomorrow? I think we're going to get it.
I mean, with Cat hurt and stuff, I feel like we have a chance. we should. There's no reason why we don't win this game. Yeah, hopefully like Brunson gets out of the funk that he's in. Like hopefully he finds his rhythm. I don't know what's going on with him, but hopefully we can get the W. There's no reason why we shouldn't win this game tomorrow.
Yeah, man. If we don't win this game tomorrow, I don't know. I probably won't even care. Honestly, it's like early January. Tony, you on mute, by the way. But it's early January. Yeah, Tony, you gotta unmute yourself.
We don't win
Win
this game tomorrow. You're gonna have 400 people in your damn post game.
Oh, 700.
Probably.
Hopefully, man. I'm tired of like when we lose and it's just everybody in there, but as opposed to when we win, it's like 3 people up there and I'm just dying by myself.
Yeah, it's weird.
I say, I've been saying that shit, bro. Sit back, I'm watching. I'm like, yo, all of a sudden there's no like we're winning. There's fucking like nobody that talks. I get in the fucking space. State started that shit like 8 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. State throw me the co-host or something. I get up there. There ain't no other. Everybody's on listener. It's like, what the fuck? Then I start realizing that's what happens on a fucking win. The fucking losses, the fucking bars packed. Forget it. Everybody got something to say. Everybody.
Shout out to Uncle. Billy.
Salute to Uncle.
Yo, Billy, what's up, man? Talk to me, man.
What's good?
Shout out to everybody tuning in. We're gonna get out of here soon. I know I'm still in the family liquor store. It's 899 people in here. Really appreciate y'all. Billy, what's up? Talk to me.
It's love. Man, I ain't got much to say, man. Let's just win. Let's just do the damn thing tomorrow night. Let's just win, man. I ain't got no more analysis for that for the game. Let's just go win that shit. Hopefully, Brunson get out his little funk that he's in. Y'all know how I feel about Brunson, man. We're going to go as far as he takes us. Other than that, man, let's just go win. Cleveland won again tonight. Darius Garland scored 40 without Donovan Mitchell.
Yep.
Let's just go win, man. Let's start a new streak. Start beating these good teams. Let's just go win. That's all I got.
Yo, man. Got 114 people in here. That's such a blessing, man. It's mad random.
Where the police scanner at, man? Where the police?
Oh, you want to hear it?
Where the police scanner?
No, I don't want to hear that fucking recorder.
Protected by Viper. Stand back.
That shit felt like it snuck up behind me when I was there too. I was in a chair. That shit was right behind me.
What the fuck is that?
Oh God.
That was good time, man. That was good shit.
Good times, man. Hopefully I can get all of y'all back in here soon again.
Man, I'm probably gonna fly in that Friday, either that Thursday or Friday. I ain't decided yet.
February 8th.
I think I'm driving up for that.
Are you driving? You coming up, Eddie?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna drive up because I can't get nobody to watch my fucking dogs.
Oh, that's right. You did say that. Yeah. So I'll be there either Thursday or Friday, man. State. I'll swing by, man. I'll let you know.
Yeah, make sure y'all will come through. Gigi, love you. Make sure you come through. I love all you Knicks fans.
I'll try to come through too, State.
Yeah, come through, man. What the fuck?
Yo, we still got the record, right?
I don't know about that stat. I'm not sure.
I just see what's
Tony got more. Man.
Well, I got a walk-in closet of them.
They said Eddie closet like Bruce Wayne.
I guess the last words, for everybody. Once again, man, I appreciate all you Knicks fans that's in the chat comments. I'm about to get out of here soon. So I guess last words, y'all could just go down the line. I guess Eddie start first. You see Tony in the right-hand corner. Gigi, then Billy. And shouts to Uncle again.
Shout out to Uncle. Oh man, I got nothing left to say, man. Win the fucking game tomorrow, and let's win, so we don't have to see the fucking lost merchants. All right. That's it.
Off topic. Shout to Ben. Shout to Ben. He lost his grandfather. I don't know if he really wanted me to
Damn.
exactly put that out there, but he's, you know, he's
Yeah.
a little down about that. Lived a good life, 90 years. You can't ask for too much more. So God bless him. May he rest in peace. Shout out to Ben. Everybody knows that Eggs Benedict, you know, Bugsy, we call him. So salute to the kid. With that being said, my last words for this team is just like Eddie, bro. Win this fucking game, bro. I want this fucking game. I wanted that in-season tournament. You sold. You didn't get me that. Win this fucking game, bro. Win this fucking game. Period.
Yeah, I agree with Tony and Eddie. Win the game. That's it. We have no choice but to win. Shout out to you once again. Thank you, State, for inviting me. Yeah, that's all.
30-point double by Cat, 30-point double by Brunson, both of them tomorrow night.
I like it.
Too. Hopefully Brunson ain't tight. Let me not start that bullshit. Once again, I appreciate everybody who pulled up tonight, man. We maxed out, and it's 938 people in here right now. From my screen POV advantage, I see it's like 100 people. Eddie on Twitter, it's like 150 plus, so it's easily 1K plus. I appreciate all you guys tuning in. Man, y'all mean so much to me.
Yeah, I got 242 in mine too.
Yeah,
We go live. I'm sorry, State.
You over? You in the 4 figs, bro?
All right, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
David Smith, we're watching you, David Smith. We know you. We know whose burner you are, bro. Also, last but not least, make sure anybody you need some type of liquor, son. Make sure you come to my family liquor store. All right, 113.
Give them the address.
The bathrooms are clean. The bathrooms are clean.
They are.
Thank you guys.
Oh
Appreciate y'all. I'm out of here, man. Appreciate y'all, man. It's your boy State, man. Peace and blessings. Another State of New York.
Peace, bro. Thanks for having me, State.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.